Now, I can't solve all the evil in the world. I'm not God, but I'll do my part.
One of the biggest evils she once solved is her daughter's murder. It's been nearly 20 years since Gail Chilton's daughter, Melissa, and her friend, Tiffany Campbell, were stabbed to death inside Exotic Tan for Men.
Well, many thought the killer would be caught fast, but tonight, on the 16th anniversary of the murder, the killer is still on the loose.
This is Joseph Pleasant takes us inside the case with the cold case detective determined to find the killer.
The first time I heard about it was when the police called and told me they found her murdered.
At first, Gail Chilton thought it was a horrible mistake. Her daughter Melissa, along with Tiffany Campbell, was found stabbed to death inside Exotic Tan for Men, an adult business near 18th and Church Street.
I assumed Monday morning when I went to the police department that they knew who killed her and they were arrested.
Monday came, no arrest. Tuesday came and went, no arrest. A month, 6 months, then a year, now 16 years later, still no arrest. Sergeant Pat Postiglione with Metro Nashville's Cold Case Unit is considered among the best. His work helped put serial killer Paul Dennis Reed on death row.
It is significant, the crime scene, how the victims were found. You always want to look at those types of things.
Judge Beans Vinegaru now sits where Exotic Tan for Men used to operate. Back in 1996, detectives felt pretty confident that the girls may have known their killer or thought they could trust him because they buzzed him past a locked door. February 22, 1996, Chilton and Campbell were working alone inside Exotic Tan for Men. Their killer arrived sometime in the late morning.
They would have conversations with the owner earlier in the day, which they did on this occasion, and they knew they've already had 3 or 4 customers.
But then in the middle of the day, at lunchtime, the girls stopped answering the phone. The owner found their bodies around 2 p.m.
You typically look for the relationships that the victims were involved in at the time of their death. Does that always lead you to a suspect? No. In this case, it did lead us to several suspects.
Suspects, but no arrests. Postiglione continues to do interviews. This past year, he traveled out of state to track a lead. But he admits this is one of his toughest cases. Over time, memories fade. People die. Like the owner of Exotic Tan for Men, he was killed in a car wreck in 2011. Sometimes, though, the passage of time can help investigators.
For example, 16 years ago, they may have defended that person and gave him an alibi or whatever. 16 years later, maybe they're no longer with that person. Maybe their relationship has changed drastically.
Technology also changes drastically. With DNA technology specifically, old evidence can yield fresh new clues. Still, though, one of the biggest tools are tips from the community.
Hopefully, if someone is out there who's been involved in this type of thing, he'll know that one day we're going to come pounding on his door.
Melissa's mother mourns twofold, one for the daughter she lost, but also for all the years lost since.
Well, I know that she would have children. All of her friends all have children, 2 and 3 kids. And I know that she would be a great mother.
Part of me wants to keep hanging on, part of me wants to cry. Not tonight, no, no.
I know in the city of Nashville that there's more than one person that know who killed Melissa. There are people that know what happened. I really beg them at this time to come forward because I think it's time.
For Nashville's News 2, I'm Joseph Pleasant.
Is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of her daughter's killer. If you have any information, call Metro's Cold Case Unit at 615-74-CRIME.
And you can find extended interviews as well as archival footage about this case on our website at WKRN.com.